There we are. Hey, how's it going, guys? Shut door shutter coming back to you with a live stream where I accidentally just clicked the wrong scene and there was just black screen for a solid few seconds. But that is a-okay. Things like that happen. I hope everybody is doing fantastic on this Friday or whatever day it is for you guys. I am excited to get into today's episode because we're going to be building. But first, we're going to actually be gathering resources because I don't have everything I need to build. Real quick, we're actually going to upgrade our bank to a tier 3 and then a tier 4 and then a tier... I can't go any higher than that. Okay. Man, I've got to get used to these headphones. I bought the Stream Deck XL English. Can I speak it? I bought a Stream Deck XLR. I mentioned that in one of the videos. And then yesterday, I finally got in my new headphones because my Logitechs that I've been using for probably 2-3 years now, basically bitten the bullet. Their ear cups are like completely worn out and everything. They're great headphones except for the software. And I finally decided to get some SteelSeries Arctic Pros, and I'm not 100% used to them because there's a lot of active noise cancellation and like microphones on top of it that basically, allow for you to hear things outside of the headphones, and it really bugs me a little bit. I like the Logitechs where you didn't really have too much noise blocking and stuff, but that's just me. All right, let me quickly clear this out because I forgot to do that between this episode and this live stream and last episode, right? So I hope everything sounds good. I spent a few minutes trying to make sure everything sounds good because streams are always kind of weird with how sounds are and stuff. And I know, like, I've made sure you guys can hear the actual in-game sounds as well, so you'll hear the annoying apotheosis bosses and all that stuff. So our goal right now is to go get a ton of sand and a ton of gravel. Isn't that what we need? Because I'm going to build this partially out of concrete. Let me make sure how this actually is made now because it's been a minute. Yes, gravel and sand. So we're going to need quite a bit of gravel and sand. So that's going to be our first mission, is getting that. That's why I just upgraded the bank. So we should be able to store plenty of it inside of this. What has this guy got? A granite from irons, gems, and jewelry. Coffee beans from rustic delight. Nothing I need. Okay. So let's go to sleep here real quick. And then... I guess we may want to make sure my pickaxe is fully repaired. My paxel, I mean. Let's quickly just go mine up some ores real fast. And then we'll go find another biome or something. Let me make sure. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something real quick. This should not take too long, by the way, to get this back up and going. I'm hoping. I really think that the Paxel should have way more durability. And, of course, we also need to focus on getting better tools, but, meh. One of these days. One of these days I will. Any day now we'll get full repair. Almost there. No idea. No idea whatsoever. That's what I'm going in with. Basically. Okay, and we are fully repaired, so let's slash home real quick. Let's go dump this stuff, and then we'll go find a desert or a beach or something to go mine tons of sand, and then go find gravel. Yeah, I'm kind of going in this with no plan, but I'm going to go for, I think, probably grayish concrete, maybe white concrete for, like, walls. Kind of make it like a modern factory-esque building. I'm not 100% sure. I know we have other options as well with all of our different materials and stuff as well. Because we have macaws in here. We have, looks like chipped. So we'll have a few options, but I think concrete. I know concrete's where I want to go for one of the base materials at least. Other than that, I know the building is going here. That's my plan. I haven't had too much time to think about it today, so I've kind of just we're kind of winging it. That happens. I also adjusted the volume, so hopefully I'm not peaking or anything, which is kind of one of the problems I keep having with OBS. Is that for some reason I do just peak a lot. So I'm hoping I'm not peaking too much. If I am, give me a shout. But yeah, the thing will not go too loud. It's one of the problems I have been having with audio. That's why I've been trying to invest in it to make it better, but it kind of seems like it's not really working as much as I was hoping. But I also know that Elgato's stuff is really focused on their equipment, and that's one of the problems is I don't have an Elgato microphone. I have a Blue Yeti Pro from like 2017, 2016. I mean, this thing is ancient at this point. So I was hoping the Wave XLR would be a good option, but it doesn't seem like it controls it like it should. So that's a thing. We got to make this look like a millennial masterpiece. Make it white. Oh, do we have beige concrete? Hold on. We don't have like beige or like tan. I was thinking of just making it beige. Yeah, get you on there. I guess we may want to pick up some of these flowers and stuff as well that we're passing by. I think I can throw these in the enrichment chamber and get more dye out of them, can't I? Yes. Yes. But the squeezer does more. Okay. White terracotta? Yeah, oh yeah. It is like the pinkish beige. There's a mod out there. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Isn't it called like Dyeable? I think. I'm gonna be driven nuts if I can't find out what this mod is. Was it all the mods 9? There's like a mod that added a whole bunch of other stuff. Was it? Yes, it was Dynamics. That's what I'm thinking of. It basically adds a whole bunch of new colors, and then there's like another mod called Dynamics and Friends that adds like compatibility. This was for like all the mods 9. Is this actually up to date? It actually is. Hmm. Might think about adding this to the pack. That'd be pretty interesting, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I mean, I totally could do that right now, but we're gonna go get sand before I do anything. It would just open us up to a whole bunch more colors and stuff. It doesn't look like we have any kind of like extra dyes or anything like that. So I also saw that one of the TAC members. If you don't know what the TAC is, it's basically dead in the water. But I met quite a few lovely people from that, and one of the people, his name is Wolfie Souls. He is actually starting to play this pack, Craftoria, and I don't know if he's going to augment it like I did, where I changed recipes and stuff. To each his their own. But I'm interested in seeing what he's going to be able to do in this pack because I haven't really seen too many people play this. I saw Chosen Architect and I've seen a few others, but I haven't watched their videos per se because honestly, I don't really watch a whole lot of other people's content whenever it's the same mod pack because then I don't want to be like, oh, I can't do that because I'm taking their ideas. Unless it's like Direwolf 20. Hey, buried treasure. It's like Direwolf 20. I see his thumbnails and I figure, he's going with just dire things and stuff like that. So it's kind of like avoid those mods. But I don't want to see other people's content because then I feel like I'm going to be like, oh, if I do this, it's just going to be boring because people have probably already seen it. right? So I hope his content's good. I watched his first episode, which is basically him saying he's back, because he's been stepping away from YouTube for quite a while. And I'm glad to see him back. I definitely cannot wait for his series, because I most likely will watch it, since I'll be a little bit ahead of him. And then when he surpasses me, I'll probably stop watching it, because I'm definitely not progressing as much as I have been in previous packs. But I think that's also because I want to kind of explore a little bit more, explore a little bit of the mods, just mess around with them in a sense, and see what they offer, because I don't really do that as much as I used to, right? I'm kind of sticking with the same things over and over again. I know I want to look at 3rd sooner or later, but I want to look at Modern Industrialization, hence why I've made such a push to get some technology advances, like into mechanism, but that is like, hey, this is going to make it easier to get ores, and then we could look at a quarry, which will most likely be our resource production in the first place, and stuff like that. So we'll be able to just kind of cruise through it a little bit better than we would have been previously. Do you mind? Ooh, he gave like a potion effect there for a second. All right, how much sand do we have? Yeah, I honestly, I ended up doing what I normally do, which is laser IO. But at the end of the day, yeah, in the integrated dynamics is one of the most interesting but painful mods out there, because it can really tell you a lot about other mods. Like whenever I did that integrated dynamics with the mining lamps or whatever they were called, what are they called? Occultism lamp. Whenever I did it with the magic lamps, yeah, the miners, that was actually pretty cool, because I learned a lot about how these things function overall, and I thought that was a really cool thing to just see, because at the end of the day, you don't see that a lot. You see a lot of people doing very simplistic solutions, and mine was overly complicated, but still enjoyable. So that was 6,000 sand. I think we'll call it there, because my pickaxe is about to break. And I'm going to go dump off this rest of this junk. Wireless is going to be needed. I may do that in this live stream where we get like some sort of wireless. I think we can hopefully be able to hold that with our current power gen. I mean, this thing's not been on, so that may help. Do we even have the stuff to look at this? So let's see. So wireless. Yeah, I do need 2 of these. And then we would want to grab... I'm going to check this real quick and just see if we get anything good. Wireless boosters. Ooh, fantastic. And I'm just going to set this guy right here for right now. I think this will work off of this. It will. Wireless boosters. Okay, now are we cruising through power? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So then we would want to look at probably crafting terminal. Oh, one's just powered. Okay, I was looking at the difference there. So we need a dense energy cell. Are you not picking up? I guess I never locked those in. Okay. So wireless crafting, wireless terminal, dense energy cell, normal energy cells. So we want to grab some more fluix. Let's just grab some charged Certus quartz real quick. Grab some redstone. Grab some quartz. Let's go make this real quick. So I need to turn off my magnet. I don't have a bucket of water down here anymore. I covered that up earlier. It's a good thing we've got a sink right here. Why do I have a hole right here? I don't know. I'll figure that out later. The mysteries of the base. Also, episode 15, I will be doing another world download like I did for the end of the Direwolf series. So that will be coming. I haven't really mentioned it. I think I said I was going to do it at like episode 10, but I really haven't been making that much progress. I think 15, hopefully, we'll have the building done and everything and be able to just kind of get that cruising. So let's see. So I've got Fluix crystals. I probably want to put these in either the crusher upstairs or... I think it's our only option, actually. Crusher upstairs it is. And I think this thing actually has speed upgrades in it. Yeah, it does. So we shouldn't be waiting too long. How are we doing with everything else, though? Got 1.4k obsidian. I kind of forgot that this thing was still just continuously generating. Hey, look, it's Wolfie Souls, the person I was talking about earlier. How you doing? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Right now, I'm waiting for things to be crushed. Okay, so that should be 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6, so we need 2 more. And then we'll have to figure out wireless power real quick as well, I guess. I kind of forget about that. I wonder how wireless power works with power since we have the Enderman overhaul. Do I need to actually go and hunt down a normal Enderman? Or is it not an Enderman? I can't remember. I'll look. Hold on. Dense energy cell plus a ME terminal. And then that gives us the wireless terminal. This gives us the crafting terminal. And then we just plop this in here. And then we'll need to figure a way to power this thing. So Power offers a good way of sending power to players. But we need the aerial pearl. And then we also do need the binding card. And then this is not that expensive. So we just need a normal card, the blank card, binding card, and then from the binding card, yeah, we just need to click on an Enderman. So then we'll need the aerial pearl. I was saying that you're actually going to start playing this pack. I didn't know if are you going to keep the are you going to keep the pack the way it is? Because I will warn you, I don't know if you've played it that much. There are altered recipes. And that's one thing I did change in this pack was the recipes being like, I think it's like the infinite water cell, the snad being a different recipe, things like that. It's just the really weirdest stuff, in my opinion. Like, I mean, the infinite water cell and the infinite cobblegen cell and all of that stuff, the recipes being changed to me really just feels off. Especially when they're like, play how you want, and then they proceed to be like, but you can't do that. I love mod packs that are like that. Can we skip to the basic tier without getting starter? Okay, we cannot. I know sometimes you can with power, but not always. Actually, we'll need 2 of those. We may as well grab 2. I just forget that AE2 doesn't red out everything like some of the normal vanilla crafting. Auto crafting one of these days. That's the next thing after wireless. Definitely. Okay, so there's the starter. There's the basic, and then we could actually go for hardened. I have everything. We just need to get another bar here. And this, of course, just increases the power rate transfer. Nothing really else. Besides, I guess it holds more. I don't think it's really that important because I'm not going to be using, 5 million or 4,000. No, 4 million. Wait, hold on. Am I blind? Yeah, so it increases the storage and the input and output. So I don't think I'm going to be using anywhere near 4K, but we're going to go with it. We're just going to send it, and that should be fine. Okay, so now we need to go and find an Enderman. Yeah, good luck. My problem is they kind of push this pack to be more kitchen sink, and then they're like, hey, it's not really that kitchen sink. You got to be upfront. That, in my opinion, making a mod pack and then making it completely off is just weird to me. But I know, like, all of Fabric 6, that mod pack completely changed between whenever I played it and then whenever it actually augmented a lot of the recipes. Because originally it was a lot more kitchen sink, but the problem was is you didn't have enough stuff to actually say it was like modded in a sense. And it felt like you basically had to reinvent the wheel, which I did whenever I made a mob farm. I remember that. That was the one thing that really kind of took the mod pack from great to just like, this is not that good. Especially because it was a fabric pack, right? Fabric just does not have what NeoForge or Forge has, and that is like, that's not even like an argument, really. That's just like truth at this point. People are like, Fabric's, so good, and it's just like, no, it legitimately isn't. Okay, so we've got an Enderman here. Okay, so we cannot use this on a Enderman overhaul Enderman. That is going to make this a little bit more difficult. And the reason I want this binding card, by the way, is because then we can do it across dimensions. It's not really for anything else. Yeah. Well, I think that's the one thing, though, is there's a difference between, like, challenging packs and just, like, this is a kitchen sink, too, right? Because this pack, it doesn't, if you look at the mod page, I'll say, like, false advertising, where it's like, it doesn't really give you the idea that it would have altered recipes, and then it just does. I just be more upfront, because I'm okay with challenging when I know it's going to be challenging, but it's like NeoForge to me really never, I don't think I was sold that whenever I looked at that pack. But then again, it was like Modern Industrialization, first time on, on NeoForge, and I was like, oh, this is going to be really cool. This is going to be awesome. And then I just did not like it because there was too much forced into Modern Industrialization. Whenever you've got like actually additions, the first time it's been to NeoForge and forever, Forge in general, and then now you've got you can't play it because you have to go through Modern Industrialization to even get close to playing it. And it's just all that weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know. All of like my thing with all of Fabric 6 is just I don't think it's a good idea to take a mod pack and then just alter it completely after like it's been out for almost a year in a sense. I think it was almost out for a year or so. How are we going to find an Enderman? Do I just not want to worry about it right now? Might not want to worry about it. Okay. We won't worry about it. It would be nice, but the problem is since Enderman Overhaul is in the pack, which just screws everything up. I like that mod, I do. I really wish it wasn't so overbearing, especially when you have things like this that are relying on it. Hold on. I want to look at something real quick. Give me a second. I'm just curious. This has got to be a thing, right? When I go into... I'm checking a config option here. It's kind of interesting that Powa's stuff is actually in a JSON file. Oh, they don't have anything. Interesting. Yeah. I honestly I love seeing packs with like multiple options with tech in general. Like that was one of the things that I loved back in the day when you had like Industrial Craft 2, Build Craft, and the newer mods that were coming out. I mean like Red Power even. That was fun, right? Old day Tech It was like an absolute blast. And that was one of my reasons is because I loved the fact that I could use IC2 and Buildcraft in the beginning and then build up towards Project E and stuff like that. But it's just you don't get that same pizzazz anymore, I feel. But that may just be nostalgia talking. Yeah. And I don't understand why there's so many things not on NeoForge. Like people just keep releasing these really cool mods on like Fabric and I'm just like, "Cool. It's not going to be played that much." Especially cuz Modern Industrialization's gone. Like with Modern Industrialization being over on NeoForge, I feel like a lot of the stuff that it really had to offer is gone. I mean, you have Tech Reborn, but Tech Reborn really I didn't see too much use into it when I played with it. I mean, I guess you could say Industrial Revolution, but that mod's rough. I don't know how to put it any other way than that mod's just rough. Oh, have you guys seen that Tinker's Construct is on 1.20 for NeoForge? I saw that the other day. My mind is kind of blown. We're seeing Tinkers in the modern era. I don't know what version Tinkers it is. It's probably the Smeltery and Foundry version. But honestly, I don't even care. I am excited. I also saw Sky Factory 5 is out. I'm. What happened to Refined Storage? Well, yeah, I think that too, but I also know that it really isn't that hard to integrate over to NeoForge. The biggest thing is you got to take out a lot of the stuff like the mix-ins that you made to interact with the game for Fabric. That's the one thing I never understood is there's a lot of stuff you have to do like make yourself or see if anybody else has made it because it is an issue with with Fabric is because it's not as deep as Forge was. Yeah. Let's see. I think technically Refined Storage 2 is already out, right? I mean, I guess their versions maybe like that's they're maybe saying something else. I mean, what? The last update for this was like back in March? Is that right? That can't be. Oh yeah. Man, March. That is nuts. I honestly didn't even think it's been that long. Goodness gracious. The last time it was touched was 5 months ago. That's the developer branch. Oh, okay. So they are doing like a complete rewrite, is what it looks like. Huh. Oh, okay. I found the new one. All right. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. So they are rebuilding refined storage basically from the ground up. I didn't know that. Now it makes sense why it's not been around. But I also know it got really buggy. Like that mod is like was pretty rough last time I used it. Okay, so our range. Let's check out our range here. Man. Oh, we're getting some good range. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to work with me. Okay, we'll figure that out real quick. I can move the wireless range. Just move it in general. Okay. Let's quickly go snag that. But yeah, I had no idea Refined Storage 2 was a thing. I thought they made like a version 2, like actual version numbers, and I didn't know they actually were making a whole new one. But I think it needed a rewrite. I mean, AE2 had one not too long ago. Okay, so what's our range now? Putting it right there. So, not that great, but that should help us a little bit. We'll look at quantum rings and stuff like that in a little bit. Okay, so I need to go get gravel, but I also need to repair my pickaxe and get food. Man, I've got a lot of things I need to do. I've been looking at this stuff. I'm excited for Tinkers. I'm excited that there is some progress and actually additions, you know, getting a lot of its features completed. Tons of good stuff. I mean, honestly, 2025, I think with the way that Mojang is now doing updates, it's really going to boost the amount of mods that are on select versions because not a lot of people are going to move over to newer versions because what is the point? I mean, we still have a lot of mods that haven't been, you know, or quote unquote being worked on. I think IC2 Buildcraft, I think a lot of those mods are still being worked on, but the problem is, of course, is will they ever get completed? Because every time there's a version update, oh man, this pickaxe is not going to work. I'm going to have to use my hand. Every time there's a version update, you know, you have to basically go back to the drawing board. And it's irritating. Irritating. And I think that's what a lot of people forget. I do. It's not just like they have a textbook, you know, how to update your mod. It's legitimately, you know, understanding the changes that Mojang's made and how Neoforges had to adapt or Fabrics had to adapt, and you gotta understand there's a lot more that goes into it than just writing a few lines of code and oh, son of a gun. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've done it. I've modded very slightly. My mods haven't even been touched to update because I just haven't had the time. I don't really think it's that beneficial. You know, I don't know. Any gravel? Oh, hey, gravel. Should have got some Pharaoh Flare lanterns to place down here or something. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I'm excited for refined storage too. That sounds like an interesting thing. I know and I mean, like people could be like, well, it didn't really need an update, but it's just like AE2 had it. Like Applied Energistics 1 was like the best in my opinion. Like I remember that being such a fantastic, like above, you know, oh, it was ahead of its time and it did a lot of things right. And that's where Refined Storage was really able to take a lot of the people, was because it didn't have the channels like AE2 did. But Applied Energistics 1 never had channels. And I think that's just one of those interesting things where it's like refined storage filled a gap that AE2 in of itself created. And I think that's just such an interesting thing. Yeah, well, and it's like I think the cool thing with that is with refined storage is you had like reborn storage, which was really cool because that brought back the multi-block crafter that was in applied energistics, and but the problem is that that add-on had a lot of issues. I mean, it never really was 100%, and sometimes it would work perfectly, but then you play it on another mod pack or another version, and it was completely broken, and I hated that because I love the idea of having that, and I hope with refined storage 2 they actually add more compatibility and ability to make add-ons and stuff, because I mean I've seen the AE2 add-ons, extended AE, mega what is it, mega cells, AE2 things, like all the stuff that you can make with the add-ons and stuff is just so fantastic, especially with 1.20. Like, I mean, the fact that extended AE and expanded AE and all of that stuff, is it extended? It's extended and advanced AE, right? Those two mods basically came out of nowhere, and they're just awesome. And you got advanced AE over here adding new armor. Like, and that armor is fantastic. Overpowered as can be, but fantastic nevertheless. So, I mean, yeah, refined storage has got a lot of stuff to catch up to. Genuinely. Like, I don't know if they're going to, but they've got a lot that they need to catch up on because it has just been AE2 taking over the market, in a sense. And I think once it comes out, I think a lot of people will flock to it. But it's also going to depend on how many changes they've made to its fundamental play, right? Because if they've changed it too much and they've added channels or something, that's going to throw it off a lot. I mean, you change one fundamental that people are used to, you're probably going to have a lot of people just stay with AE2 and turn off channels, which would not be good. You just wasted a lot of time doing absolutely nothing. Ooh, emeralds. Yeah. Well, and I think with refined storage, the one thing that I loved about refined storage is the fact that you can configure its like destruction and an what is it? The destruction plane and the formation plane. I don't remember what they're actually called, but the like the annihilation and formation like AE2 has, like the fact that you could filter those. I think that's the one that lets you filter them. While this one you have to make subnets and stuff. I think that's like one of the cool things. If they keep that kind of stuff and they add, for example, like the reborn storage or isn't it advanced AE? Yeah, like you have the multi-block for the quantum computer and all of that stuff, which is basically reborn storage, just a little bit different. I think that's a fantastic mod and a fantastic option. But I don't think this is what I'm looking for. I think it's the extended AE one. Extended AE. What is it called? Oh, it's right here. You have the assembler matrix. That's what it was. The assembler matrix from extended AE. That is a fantastic multi-block. Fantastic indeed. Also, the reason I didn't see it's because it's a completely different texture than what I'm used to. So, just so you guys are aware, I'm not completely delusional. I know what I'm talking about. I just not seen the texture for it yet. And I think Pam's Harvest Craft just came out for 1.20, didn't it? Not too long ago. I know a lot of people have stepped away from Pam's Harvest Craft because it feels like a lot of bloat. But honestly, that is like the OG food mod. I will never diss anything that is Pam's Harvest Craft because that is like one of the original cooking mods and all of that. And that lady is a whiz. I don't even care. Like, Farmer's Delight, in my opinion, it's a fantastic mod, but it cannot compete. I've got too much nostalgia wrapped around Pam's. I think they actually were retexturing most of the stuff, last I heard. Yeah, so my problem with the meteorites is I miss when you could hear them land. That was such a cool thing, and then it's not there anymore, and it kind of irritates me. Like the idea that you could be just pelted down, your entire base could be wiped off the face of the planet because a meteorite crushes your base. That was such a terrifying thing. It was one of the reasons I didn't like AE2s because it scared the crap out of me. But looking back, I'm like, that is such a cool idea. All right, how much gravel do we have? 993 pieces. Bad thing is I keep turning it into gravel and stuff, or the flint, which is not helping. I don't have any sticks on me, by the way. It's why I'm not making torches, so I do apologize if it's dark. Does Skyfall have... What is it? I don't think I've ever heard of Skyfall. I just did one giant circle. I think I did. Ooh, iron. I'll take me some iron. Get juked, zombie. I heard you coming. Hope I'm not missing any gravel. Just I'm not seeing a whole lot. That's a blast. Alright, how's our digital miner? I think there's gravel down here. I'm gonna go check this out while we're here. Man, we gotta really start building. We're like an hour in and I haven't built anything. How are we doing? 5,000 ores left? Fantastic. Whole bunch of goodies in here. Stuff I don't even know if I'll use, but goodies nevertheless. Kind of hoping we'd get more iron and diamonds and stuff out of this, but we're not really pulling a whole lot of stuff. But it's still got a ways to go, so we shall leave it. I think the last time I looked, it was 7,000, so it's went through 3,000 ores. Right? 2,000, 3,000 ores, around about there somewhere. Somewhere's right about there. Okay. Let's see if we can find any gravel. Nope, that's clay. I got excited for a second. Ooh, iron. I still need plenty of iron. I ain't being stingy with that. I am gonna take it because it is nice to have. Look at all the nooks and crannies, see if we can find any gravel. With all of the mining that I've done. Also, I don't think nether or ancient debris spawns in the nether mining dimension. I think they have disabled it, but they did not go through the normal configs and disable it that way. I think they've done it in a different route, which makes no sense to me. So I don't think the nether mining dimension is that useful. by the way. I noticed that whenever I was mining down there. And I also noticed that if we look up ancient debris, that if you look at the ore generation, it does not actually tell you the nether. There's no mining dimension or anything mentioned. So that is something else. So just keep that in mind. I was hoping that I could get it from there, but of course, kitchen sink mod pack is not really a kitchen sink mod pack at the end of the day. Because that's too easy. I really think how much do I have? Almost 2,000. Because I don't really need that much, I don't think. I'm kind of just grabbing a lot more than I need in general. I probably will set up that system sooner or later. I know I need to get a stoneworks up and going. I doubt I'm going to find any gravel in here. I think I mined through so much stuff. Oh, actually. And also, that sounds like too smart of an idea. I do like how Mechanism switched over to copper instead of iron. That is such a nice change. Such a fantastic change. Oh. Yeah, so it's a nice block. I wish there was a way... Well, actually, there's a way to speed it up now, isn't there? You could use Industrial Foregoing Souls. So if you ever want to make it faster, I guess that's an option now. And isn't there the new... I don't know if it's in this pack. It's the Applied Energistics and Souls storage bus, or what is it called? What is it? P2P? We have a mod that adds an EU P2P tunnel. Does Modern Industrialization actually add that independently? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if we have the thing I was thinking of, but there's a mod out there now that basically allows for you to store or like transmit Industrial Foregoing Souls using the actual AE2 system now. Okay. Nope, I missed gravel here. I want to do that. It needs a superconductor? Oh. Oh, no. That's stupid. I guess when in doubt, you could always just use modular routers stuff where you've got the LV now. What is this one? Modern Industrial Routers. I'm going to assume the mod is... Yes. Not space underscore like I thought. Now you've got this. Which this isn't too expensive either. Which is awesome. It's such a beautiful thing. And I think this actually allows for you to transmit it... yes. Modern Industrialization routers.item text.usage.item.mv upgrade. Yes, that is how much range it has. I love when people miss their language files. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful indeed. I'm assuming it's going to be based off of the original energy upgrade, and you'd be able to actually transmit it through range, which would be a nice feature. Yeah, increase router capacity, transfer rate, And I'm pretty sure this is the one that you can use. Maybe not. I thought you could use range with it, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's slash home here. So we've got plenty of sand. We've got plenty of gravel. I don't have a drawer for sand. Okay, we're going to send it. And is there a way to, like, deposit all of your items? I would assume it's the bank dock. Do I not have any stone? Man, I'm slacking. I'll grab the raw stuff back out in here a second. Goodness gracious, it's not working. There it goes. I was trying to make sure I just deposit all of it. So this thing, if it's what I'm thinking it is... Oh, it's smooth stone. Why would you change the texture? That is not a good texture, because I could not tell that was smooth stone. It actually looks like smooth stone now. Honestly, it kind of looks like andesite. Right? It just looks like... That just looks like this. I'm trying to see if they, like, took the texture and, like, rotated it. Because that's what it seems like. That doesn't look like they really did. Oh, maybe they did their own work, but it definitely just looks like this. That is for sure. Huh. Ha ha ha. Oop, I don't want to put the backpack away. Or grab bacon. Alright, what color concrete do we want to do? That's the next question, I guess. I'm thinking just doing white. Okay, can you go away now? Thank you. White concrete. Acceleration cards. Give me 4 of them. So I can speed this up tremendously. That's not really tremendously, but that's okay. We're just gonna let that drain. Yeah, okay, so color. I'm thinking just white or gray. I'm going for millennial type colors here. Concrete, or I could go download the mod that gives me... There's bleached concrete. No idea how to get bleached concrete. What is bleached concrete? Bleach do? What does bleach do? That sounds so stupid. What does bleach do? What? But there's no recipe. That's the point. It'll show the blood, sweat, and tears. And then no other fluids. Bleach. What is... Okay. Arts and crafts. Curseforge. I'm not sure. Adds a whole bunch of colorful pots and stuff, but shingles? Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Also, I love how their wiki does not actually work. I just want to know how to obtain it. Can I obtain it? Like, there's got to be a way to obtain it, but there's also no mention of how to obtain it. Am I delusional? This is gonna make me go crazy. Okay. Hey, the bank is empty. Fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, so I don't know. We'll go back to concrete, I guess. Fantastic mod. I'm glad they added it. I'm thinking white. I really am. But do I even have enough white dye? Or like bones? I have 128 bone blocks. Can I convert this into bone meal? How do I... Okay, hold on. My problem is I don't remember how to make some of this stuff. So this is 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 or no. Okay. So realistically, I could do it this way through the enrichment chamber. So convert just a crap ton of these. Maybe not all of them. And then feed them into the enrichment chamber. This thing got speed upgrades in it? It does, but I want to take these speed upgrades out. And feed them into here. I want the power to struggle. I don't want the power to struggle. My mind is not in the right place for this. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness. Yeah. If only I had flowers instead. What did I get? 8 blank patterns. Cool. That's setting us up for the future. What else we got while we're here? What did I miss? Ooh, niotic capacitors. Cool. Also, if you right-click with these greater experience gems while holding a tool, you actually apply mending to said tool, which is really cool. I actually didn't know that. I figured that one out on accident. Okay, so now we're going with that. So let's snag a stack of it. So white concrete. For some reason, I have 242 blocks. Do I have it? Why do I have concrete? Whatever. So we've already got 242. We also got this white chalk. Does this actually go well with this? Not really. Not really. Is there like a... I would love to have like a craft version of this. Is that something that Chisel may offer? Chiseling? Rechiseled? Like a broken variation? I guess we could check. I do have a chisel. Concrete blah, smooth. I'm a smooth criminal. I thought that said angry white concrete. Ornate. A white concrete panel. A French white concrete. You place it down and it goes, oh, I'm too tired for this. Oh, I'm so tired. I've got to figure this out. Okay. Dent white concrete. There's not. I just want like broken. There's cracked white, but it's not like, it's like scaled rather than cracked. Large tile. Do we have any other options? We have Chisel Reborn. Where does Chisel Reborn come from? Is it in here? Is this Chisel Reborn? Okay, so we have Chisel Reborn on top of this. We have Chipped, which we can see the chipped ones in here as well. Well, at least that concrete had a good time. I'm so sorry. So did that one. I really need help. Oh, okay. I've gotta stop looking at concrete. Grid white. Ooh, that's awful. Kind of gives like fluorescent bulbs. Okay, we're going strictly white concrete. The French concrete. I don't know why. Every time I hear like something saying like French and then it's like some other word set behind it, I'm like, oh, that's so stupid. Oh, it's so stupid. Oh, I love every second of it though. I have to admit, I love it so much. Okay, how are we going to convert all of this, by the way? I didn't think of that. We can inject it with water vapor. We could do a mixer. Dang it, I didn't think of that. Crap, I should have thought of that. Oh. We don't have thermal in here, so I can't do the fluid way I would normally do it. Okay, hold on. Let me throw this in here for a second. Okay, so the obvious solution is to make an overly complicated system using modular routers, right? That's the solution. We delay the inevitable. I don't think it'd be that complicated, really. If I remember how to make things here. So the dispenser, that gives us a block placer, and then a block breaker module, where we just get like a, does it matter? Not really. Let's just go for a diamond pickaxe. This is not going to be complicated by any means. It shouldn't be, at least. And then we just get like water bucket. I don't have a sink up here, right? I just have one downstairs. There we go. Just in case. Oh, good lord, that would be awful. That would be miserable. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we would want the water here, not here. We want the modular router there, modular router there. We're gonna say placer module front, and then we're gonna have to grab something to push into it. In this case, probably a hopper. Hopper upgrade, that actually would work. Sophisticated storage. A stack upgrade. We're just using stuff we already have in the system. This is fantastic. So just push. Okay. And that is going to go into there. And then here, we could say, I mean, do we really need to set this? I don't really think we do, but we may as well. And then front, white list, white concrete, match by block. Put that there. It's not a bad option. If only we had create. I still don't know the status of that mod either. I know a lot of people are kind of okay with it not being updated, but it's definitely a good mod. I know I'm not too partial to it being in every pack, but it definitely had its uses, even if it wasn't something I primarily used. Okay. There is automated white concrete. While we do that, we can actually start placing some of the blocks. So how big do I want to make this structure? Modern Industrialization, if you don't know, takes up a large space. And that's an understatement and a half. So I think I want to go... This is probably not even big enough. I'm not going to lie to you. We'll probably make multiple floors of this anyway. So let's see how big that is. Like these two pieces, two distances. So this is 46 blocks. That's going to irritate me if it's not 47. Okay. So 47. Let's find dead center again. So 47. So there is center. Let's actually make it a 5-way. What are we going to do for the floor? Oh, crap. I didn't even think about that. It's dirt. That's the floor. We're going to just take our Paxel and just... I'm kidding, by the way. This is not what I'm going to do. Dear Lord, no. I don't even... My problem with building, by the way, is that I genuinely just cannot sit there for long enough to do a lot of what people, like, usually do for massive, like, areas. Also, real quick, we're going to quickly dive into another mod, which is called Building Gadgets. I could totally just create this in creative and then just do it that way. But where's the fun in that, man? Like, there's no fun in that. I want to suffer a little bit. Okay, so there is the first wall. And no, I'm not going to do white concrete in the corners, by the way. I'm going to change that later. Okay, so then the actual depth of the building, I guess, is the next portion to figure it out. So we'll say right about here. What do we got? 35? We'll send it. So then we'll just do that. Oh, I'm too far away. That, my Paxel would probably break, in all honesty. I think I got enough durability as is. I want some, like, iron pillars. That's what I want for the corners. Do Do you mind? Do you mind? I'm trying to just like stand here and build, and I just get shot in the rear. Okay, do we have like any kind of like pillars, like metal pillars? Let's see, metal. We've got factory blocks. So we do have like metal-ish. Metal-ish. Metallic obsidian chest. What in the hell is that? Let's get a stack of these real quick. Oh, so I can't make it in there. It's gotta be in a sawmill or a workbench. Workbench? The botanist workbench? I wouldn't think so. What is that? Portable cell workbench? Oh, cool. I'm gonna say it's like the mason table, maybe? And isn't there a way to convert this into... Yeah, there we go. Ah, it is. No, I do not. But I also don't want to use the stonecutter on a stick, because, man, I don't... This is easier, because in that way I can see everything and all in one and all that jazz. So we've got, like, the pillars. It's a good thing that I have connected textures. I was kind of hoping that this would be like a connected texture, in all honesty. I think I'm going to use these. Maybe. It very much so contrasts the white, though. That is for sure. Who cares if it's an ugly building? It's gonna have a lot of hatred in it anyway. And I probably want to do some kind of window. Or I could just not. I think I need to go up one more. Isn't that 5 tall? Yeah, because then the entry would be 5 by 5. So that's the height of the building, I think. Probably 6 or 7. We're going to make this building look like a dang hazardous waste zone. Because after I'm done with Modern Industrialization, I'm never touching this building again. For a long time. I really wish I could have like an alternate kind of material here, though. That's my only problem. So I would love to have something else other than just white But I can't really think of anything that would add any value to this other than maybe like gray. Like light gray here. That might be an option. Use our trusty construction stick. Oh, Lord have mercy. That built big. I didn't even expect that. I've never really used this construction stick too much, by the way. I crafted it off camera to build something. What did I use it to build? Oh, no, I used it to build the ceiling on the 3rd floor of that building. And I've never used it really since, but it's a fantastic option. Where am I going? I need more concrete. This is going to be the ugliest, rootinest, tootinest building you'll ever see. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but that's okay. Okay, there goes 70. Man, that is like such a nice thing that thing has like such small limits. Like the limits on the construction ones is so noticeable, but compared to this thing just built 3 walls in a single click. That was awesome. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so now we're just waiting on that. I guess we could start excavating the floor real quick. The best way to do this. What is the best way? This is the best way so far. I'm probably tearing up the outside, but I don't really care. Oh. We're really going to have to solve the food problem sooner or later, too. Sooner or later. And, of course, next week's videos are going to be, of course, focusing on Modern Industrialization. Not 100% sure if we'll integrate other mods into it to make things easier. I think we most likely will, but I'm not 100% certain. So just keep that in mind. We may have some inclusion of like using power generators to make powering the system in the beginning easier, and then switching over to Modern Industrialization and stuff like that. But probably. I think I did see a couple that were pretty decent bricks and stuff. So I may swap it out between this episode or this live stream and, you know, the next episode, because right now we're kind of getting the rough draft, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so there's the floor completely cleared out. Do we have like for like light gray concrete, is there anything that makes it look like actual concrete? Not really. How does white wool compare to this, by the way? I'm curious. Because the chalk we may be able to get away with. So let's just... So here's chalk. Let's grab some wool. Let's go upstairs and grab a piece of concrete real quick. So that is definitely a lot brighter. So... Ooh, look at that. Interesting. I do like the texture on that. Looks a lot more like a piece of stone. Ooh. Patchy. I like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of interested by these textures so far. Legacy. Interesting. Llama white wool. Why? Okay, so what can we do with this one? Is there anything you can do with chalk? Besides make it into chalk? You could make it into other colors. I do kind of like that light gray chalk, but I wish there was more you could do with this. Besides just making chalk with it. No, I don't think it is either. I wonder how this would look mixed in. The borders are too harsh, in my opinion, for that one. Raw white concrete? What does raw mean? Oh, I see. See that? There's little specks. This one doesn't really have specks. It's actually like pure white. Huh. I don't think it would make a dang difference if we put that there, but that's interesting. Could we actually... Can we see the difference, like if we were to put this in the wall? Like, and if we did it in a larger patch... I mean, like, I can tell, but, like, I also can't tell. Huh. Where did it go? Hold on. Is this the right one? Okay, yes. I was assuming it was still the right area. Now, there's not even a difference on my end. I barely could tell, so it's not even YouTube compression at this point. It is just, like, such a faint white. I think what I might do... Hold on. We're going to do this real quick. I don't think this will break anything. We're going to try this. So I'm going to save and quit real quick. And I'm going to quickly back up the world. And I am going to go grab a mod called Diable. Or the Dynamics, not the Diable. Dynamics. And Dynamics and Friends. And I'm going to put them in the mod pack. Because Arts and Crafts honestly sucks. I'm not going to lie. That mod has potential. I'm not going to lie. It has potential. But it's just not there. And also, the Dynamics with Friends does not currently have a 1.21 version. So we're not grabbing Dynamics and Friends, so we won't have, like, the variations and stuff. So 1.21.1. Last update was October 12th. So we will see if this is still able to be used. And the biggest reason I want this is because there's a couple colors in there for the concrete that I really would love to just use. So let's see. Are we good? Okay, so I'm going to close out the game. Okay. And I know all you guys are seeing was black screen, but that's fine for right now. With like all of these different block mods, you'd expect me to be able to find like a good combination, but part of me just wants to put wood everywhere and brick, which is exactly how I've built the last like several factories. FTB1 and FTB Neotech are two examples where I basically built the exact same building with the exact same palette. I think I use the same palette at least. But we'll see if this is the mod that I'm thinking it is. I think it is. It just adds a few colors of concrete. It really doesn't do anything too special. I mean, it adds like the new dyes and stuff, but other than that. Oh, okay. All right. So let's get this going here. Sorry, my wife came in to ask if how I wanted a BLT made. And of course, if I remember, I'll put this mod down in the description. Dynamics is what it's called. See if I can just quickly grab the link before I forget. Okay. I've just placed the link in the description, so that way it's there. So we're waiting for EMI to get refreshed. I'm going to convert these back into white concrete. I'm going to convert that back into white concrete. And then that into white concrete. Okay. So, Dynamics. And this is the Dynamics mod. Just adds a handful of new colors. It's really cool. Honestly, I think they really are nice colors. Like this color here, the wine dynamic, this is like pretty color. Like really nice color. And it does take some shenanigans to get used to because you do have to go through like the entire process. There's no extra flowers added to the world and things like that. But it's overall just really pretty. I don't know what else to say. Because I mean, even this like green concrete terracotta here, it's not even concrete, is just it's a nice color. That's great. Oh yeah, and there's like the let's see, yeah, the peach more beige color here. It's honestly one of my personal favorites, but yeah, they've had just good stuff. Good stuff in general. And also you can dye the sheep those colors too. They did include that, which is awesome. So I think I want to grab... Rose is like really pink, so maybe maroon. I want to grab some maroon. Do I have enough like roses and stuff? Poppies. Aren't they called poppies now? Yeah. Industrial, or no, integrated dynamics. We're going to want a better version of the squeezer here real quick, because I am not going to waste these flowers. How are we doing? Still cruising? Perfect. Nope, I need one more pipe. I don't know why I just grabbed one when I knew I needed two. Okay, and then we're just going to toss this in here. Can I auto-eject into a barrel? I think I can with this. Or at least I thought I could. No, okay, it's just the, just the base model, I think, auto-outputs for some reason. Okay, at pipes. Now this is the weird... This has got weird functionality, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot. Well, technically we could go this route, even though it's a little bit more extreme than I would like, but I think I need to go that route. Because I have to export out of the bottom of this thing. Yeah, I think the default squeezer was the one that you can auto-export out of, which I accidentally figured out the other day. So we're going to go... Did I not make the item cards? I did. I just threw them in here for some reason. So up direction is insert, down direction is extract. We're going to say on the down direction, extract. And then we're going to need some overclockers on that down direction. Beautiful. That will work. And I think I can actually get away with doing like a simple hopper on the sides, if I remember correctly, to fill the main slot. Hey, I cannot think of an easier way to interact with the bottom side of this when I have a pipe on it. I probably could have, but I'm not going to. That requires brain power. Okay, so then we would need the maroon, right? So you need black dye. So do I have any way of doing that? Enrichment chamber, ink sacs, and this one's just wither roses. So ink sacs. So we're going to go throw these in the enrichment chamber real quick. So that has squeezed all of the red dye, which is beautiful. That was pretty quick, too. Pretty quick. All right, so now we're just kind of waiting. I keep muting my mic, but we're okay now. All right, holy cow, that's a lot of white dye. I didn't even realize I had that much white dye in there. Forget this is also not like an upgraded barrel in any capacity. It's just a normal barrel. Can I quickly take that back to white wool? And then I'm going to go deposit that. Put this back in my... Nope, I want to put this back in here. Trying to keep my inventory somewhat maintained here. Okay, so now you should be... Oh, you're still not done with white dye. Now you are. So I need black dye now. All right, just took a bite out of my sandwich here. Goodness. All right, so that should be all the dye we have. All right. So that plus the red dye should give us maroon. And then that should not be enough for a floor. But I will work on that between this episode and next. Do I want the darker maroon? I might want the darker maroon. In all honesty. Bubblegum dye? Ah, man. I don't even know how many blocks I'll need for this. I'm just going to smelt up a whole bunch of clay. Make a whole lot of terracotta. I think that's fine. Ooh, now you're speaking my language. Hold on, I didn't even think about that. But then I would need to figure out which combo goes together better. Would the concrete go better or would the terracotta go better? Because they are slightly different. I think the terracotta mixed with the wine concrete. Because you've got a little bit of lightness and a little bit of darkness. I think. I don't know. Let's give this a swing. Let me... What is the wine color here? Let's see, over here doing math. Math's difficult. Oh, we also need maroon dye for this, though. Can I do lapis in there? I can only do cornflowers in there. Do I have any cornflowers? No. So lapis... Just take a few stacks of lapis, that's fine. Okay, we'll let that process. What other colors did I need? I really need to find like a flower field or something. Ooh, I'd have to get more black dye. Okay, we'd have to go quickly out and kill some squid. I don't feel so lucky anymore. Trying to figure out where the nearest water pit is. I mean, I've got plenty of red. Goodness gracious, I didn't realize this was all around me. I just don't pay attention. Is this, what color is this one? It's like pink, ain't it? Magenta. Okay. I don't really need magenta. Those aren't cornflowers, those are orchids, right? Source berries are a good source of purple dye. And we need purple dye, right? That's the one we're looking for. We can snag up some source berries while we're down here. And can I use these in like an extractor or something? That's kind of sad. We don't have any like squeezer recipes for source berries. That's like a really small tundra too. It's only got 63 source berries. Making sure I'm still heading the right direction. I know it's a distance out here. Some lilies of the valley. It's not a bad option. This is probably not a bad option either. I really need to get some food. I'm this far in and I still don't have a good food source. It's probably because I haven't paid attention enough to actually really care too much, honestly. I just kind of stick with bread. These are pink, right? I don't know if I'll need pink, but we're going to grab some of them. I see him on the mini-map. Going in. Dang it, Squid, come back here. Just because they made a game about you doesn't mean you're important, right? That's a terrible joke. Absolutely awful. Just because they put you in Call of Duty and made a game about you. I still have never watched that show. Squid Games, I've never watched it. Come on, swim, man. What are you doing? Trying to, like, swim, but it's not letting me. Like doing the fast swim. Being a little weird. Oh, it's because I've only got 3 hunger bars. That explains it. Okay, we've got 14. I don't have anything I can, like, just quickly eat, right? Maybe some raw mutton. I don't have my pocket furnace on me, or I might use that. Okay, we're gonna slash home real quick. So what I'm gonna do is whenever I end this, I will probably go get more. But for right now, I think 15 should do us just fine. So that'll be 30, and that'll be enough for the testing. Oh yeah, you're right. That's what that is. I forgot what that was for a second. I was like, tartar? What? Sheep tartar, nevertheless. Okay, so we have the access to source berries. So that'd give us purple dye. So that should give us access to this once we get the ink sacks done. And then we can see if that will be a good combo. I think the dark and the light being next to each other may be good, but I also don't know the textures. Like if they've got bumps, you know, like the different shades. That might be the only thing that I can think of that may throw this whole thing off. Well, I could. Especially because I have, like, the chiseled stuff, too. Okay, so I said maroon terracotta. And then we're going to want to grab the wine concrete. Which, of course, we don't have JEI support for dyeable, so that's fine. So let's just look up wine concrete, look up the concrete powder. We'll just snag 8 of this for now. So I'm going to put this down. Go into here. Just wait a second. Like, I know the color palette's going to definitely be flat. Okay, so there's not really any very big difference. So let's just set these next to each other. Ooh, I think I don't know. Maybe I need to look at the concrete variation. Let's grab the concrete of maroon. Because this one's definitely a lot lighter. Okay. So let's compare. Now I kind of want to grab... a wine terracotta. We may as well. So let's set up... I don't know. I kind of like this one, but I also kind of like that one because it's got some texture that pops through with the terracotta. This one doesn't really pop through. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. The powder textures do look great, and I could swap those occasionally instead of just having the solid blocks. I think this just makes it too dark. Oop, I did not mean to do that. Like, I feel like these are just too dark. The maroon I think the maroon definitely needs to be concrete, and I don't really think it matters which variation I do between these two. I mean, honestly, I could probably get away with doing... So that's terracotta. So if I did this... I don't know, that's a little rough. I think you could definitely tell. It's not as obvious as... Or it's a little less obvious than this. But I think with the texture, you could definitely see it. Yeah, that is true. What to do? What to do indeed. And we also don't have to stick to, like, small. I mean, we kind of do because some of this wouldn't really fit, but... Kind of go with like a pattern like that, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll wing it on that one. But I think I'm actually going to probably wrap this up here. I think that we've got an idea. Definitely an idea. I think there's something here. I don't know if I want to do like chess cross, checkerboard kind of thing. I would love to have small tiles or chisel and bits or something in here. Because if I could take a part of this and just kind of cube it and then have like the maroon or the white or the wine color here and like kind of just overlay it like a barbershop tile. I think that would just be chef's kiss. But the fact that I can't do that definitely kind of sucks here because I think that would be really nice. But I also think that this would be a better color with this than this one. I don't know. I will have to think. I will have to see, but it'll be a surprise for next time. Because I've got a little bit more stuff to do. The roof is going to be a flat roof, by the way. I think what I'll do for the roof is do smooth stone, but I actually need to check something. Oh, it's a different smooth stone texture. I think I'm still fine with that, but let's check it real quick. I'm going to line the roof edges with this smooth stone to create like a more industrial look. Okay, so yeah, it's not that bad. It's definitely brighter than I would like. I don't think I have any other solution for stone slab. I mean, we could do deep slate, maybe. I like this Grimstone. That's an interesting thing from Starlight. An Eternal Starlight there. Rocky Stone might be another option. Polished andesite. Where am I even seeing polished andesite here? It should be here. I mean, yeah, that is darker now. Yeah, that is right. We've also got something like polished deep slate that we could look at. We've got deep slate in general that we could look at. I don't think I would go with a deep slate because it's too rough. That one may be a better option. I think our best option's andesite, in all honesty, because it sticks to the original texture a little bit more. Kind of make it look like an industrial building a little bit. I don't know. I'll workshop it. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a blast. I genuinely have enjoyed this. I have definitely made some very odd jokes during this live stream, but that's okay. Sometimes it comes out. That's why these are not really for children. This is kind of just me being me. I could not sit here for 2 hours and not make a silly joke, in all honesty. So it's what you get. You kind of get the unfiltered version of me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for stopping by, Chris. Thank you for everybody stopping by. Genuinely enjoyed doing this. I'm going to try and do more live streams this year, and just in general. I think I might try and do a live stream pack where we kind of just play an individual pack, individual world, where we just live stream it every so often. And I'm thinking maybe Sky Factory 5, once it gets a little bit more developed, right? Make sure all the bugs are worked out and things like that. I definitely would love to check out that pack soon. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.